Iran does have other air defense systems, but these are less capable and have shorter ranges. An indigenous Talash battery was present at an oil refinery in Abadan. The refinery was hit anyway. Russia, which faces a growing barrage of Ukrainian drones and missiles, is unlikely to be in a position to supply new radars. As well as mauling Iranian air defenses, Israel also inflicted serious damage on Iranian drone and missile production sites. So, if they don't order from Russia and the others from the US of A, we're going to destroy the homemade production. Fabian Hinz of the International Institute for Strategic Studies, a think tank in London, points to the Tieco factory in Shamsabad, which made mixing equipment used to produce rocket propellant, and a propellant plant in Parchin. Also hit was the Sarud missile complex, which made missile boosters and which Mr. Hinz says was pivotal to the development of Iran's long range missiles. All that will make it harder for Iran to replenish the 300 odd ballistic missiles expended in April and October. It will also complicate resupplying allies like Hezbollah, whose missile arsenal has been largely destroyed over the past 2 months, and Russia, which has sought Iranian missiles for use in Ukraine. The strike at Parchin was notable for another reason. Israel promised the Biden administration, which supplied a Thaad air defense system to protect Israel from any Iranian reprisals, that it would not mount a major attack against Iran's nuclear facilities, an act that could trigger a full scale war days before America's presidential election. But Israel could not resist making a small symbolic flourish. Israeli missiles appear to have struck a building known as Talegan 2, according to the Institute for Science and International Security, another think tank. It is thought to have housed an explosives compression chamber that, a little over 2 decades ago, was used in Iran's then active nuclear weapons program. The site had been dormant for 8 years, says Decker Eveleth of CNA, another think tank. That Israel bombed it regardless is hard to interpret as anything other than a threat against other nuclear sites. The fact that many of Israel's strikes could be seen from Tehran drove home the message to Iranians. Israel would probably need America's assistance in a full fledged assault on Iranian nuclear sites, not least given the number of munitions involved, which would tax even Israel's large and capable air force. It may yet get it. America's Central Command worked exceptionally closely with Israel in planning the latest strikes, according to Israeli security officials. On October the 4th, Donald Trump encouraged Israel to go after nuclear facilities. That's the thing you want to hit, right? Should Mr. Trump be re elected on November the 5th, he was re elected on November the 5th, Mr. Netanyahu might decide that the moment is ripe for such an attack. Iran would now find it much harder to parry it. La, 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 la. Oh, oh. The little animals that we are in our cages, and They make us duel with one another, like the monomachi in the Colosseum. That's it, I think. We duel with the others who are doomed to death if they don't fight. So are we. Either way, we're dead.